Rejection is God's protection, and it's also redirection. If a place or situation is rejecting you right now, it's because energetically you are not a match. You're not a vibrational match to a person or situation or circumstance. So this is really, really good because we don't want anything that is not ours, ever. You know, sometimes people will try to force themselves into positions or jobs or careers, or they'll follow someone else's path, or they'll try to get with a person and they're not energetically aligned. So what happens is there's always going to be some kind of karmic struggle that happens, and things can flow easily and seamlessly if you just allow, you know, rejection to happen. If you just allow redirection to happen. There's no such thing as rejection because, you know, nobody can really accept you. Only God can accept you. So nobody can really reject you. Does that make sense? Because you don't belong to anybody or place or institution or anything. Like, you belong to God. So there's no such thing as rejection, you know? That's why fear doesn't exist. And you learn this real quick as a business owner and as a content creator. You learn that, like, fear doesn't exist. Like, what is there to be afraid of? You know, who you are going to become, what pain you're going to face, like, all of that stuff is good. Like, it's growth, it's additive, you know, it's expansive for you. So don't ever be afraid of fear itself, which is the only thing we should be afraid of, but don't even be afraid of that. Don't be afraid of any life experiences. Don't be afraid of rejection. These are just ideas. You have to be mentally stronger than that. You have to be so immovable mentally, such that, you know, no, I add to the world. I add to the environment. I am value personified. So in that way, you know, it is my fortune to be around others. I don't need anything from anybody, basically, right? So we act like the creator. And so when we do this, we don't need to be accepted by anybody. And so there's no way anybody can possibly reject us. Does that make sense? Now, if you're trying to get something from somebody or from an institution or something, see, that's kind of an issue then, because you're saying that, oh, I need that more than I can provide to it. Does that make sense? And so you become a needy energy. And so that neediness, it automatically lowers your value because you have just now lowered your value. So high value is actually, you know, you realizing yourself, the self, capital S, which is an identity that is rooted within God. And if your identity is rooted in anything else, in other people, in material things, in material relationships, you know, even in spiritual relationships, like the height of all spiritual relationships is your relationship with God. So your identity should only be rooted there. Everything else is temporary. And if you place your identity and your worth in physical objects or in wealth or money or relationships or social status or social, you know, environment or whatever, like, you're going to always feel inadequate. Always. You're always going to feel like you're performing. You're always going to feel like you can't be yourself. You're not going to be able to accept yourself. And who you are is so vibrant. You haven't even discovered all of who you are. You're so vibrant. You have so many aspects to your personality. You're so intelligent beyond your own comprehension even, because you have God's intelligence. But you have to realize that your true identity is rooted in God, in your relationship with God. Or else you're going to keep thinking that you are of this world. You're not of this world. Okay, so that's how and why people do not accept themselves for like their whole lives, and so they never tap into who they really are, and so they can never explore various different aspects of themselves and their pure genius. And so they never really know just how funny they are, or just how, you know, like, interesting they are, just how inventive they are. There's no such thing as odd or weird or different or lesser than, or no, like, these are just again, ideas, just like fear and rejection, that human beings have concocted based off of the perspective of the egoic identity. Does that make sense? Really important to understand.